Good afternoon, YouTube. How are you this afternoon? We are pretty good. We are at CSI Buildings in Rincon, Georgia. CSI stands for Cover Systems International. They make geodesic domes for homes, businesses, stadiums, stuff like that. Guy I was talking to tells me they ship more stuff overseas than they use here in the United States, though, which is sad because geodomes are very, very energy efficient and very cost effective. They actually give more space than traditional square buildings. We got here at 2:30 Central Time, and it took us about, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes to get checked in. I couldn't find anybody. They don't have like a shipping office or shipping desk or anything like that. I had to walk around until I found somebody who knew what was what, and then got out here, and they told us to take everything off. So we got both the 8-foot drops off, both the canvas drops, and the plastic off, and all the straps. We had 10 on there, and got all that off and put away. That took about 50 minutes, and it's not that bad here. It's a little muggy, but it's nice. And right now we're just waiting for them to get it off. We don't know what we're going to be doing yet. We're only 20 miles from Savannah and GP, and a few other things. And but we only have 3 hours on our 14 left, so we're not sure what's going to happen. We may end up spending the night down the street at the pilot. So we will let you know when we know. See ya. Good evening, YouTube. How are you this evening? We are pretty good. It is about 7:15 Central Time, and we are in Port Wentworth, Georgia, at the pilot. It's only about 10 miles from where we delivered. I'm getting ready to go to bed, and my student's already in it. So, we sent in our empty call. It took them about an hour to get us unloaded after we did our last short update, and took them about an hour to get it off. Just one guy who was really, really slow with a forklift, and then he went through and checked each individual one that he'd taken each bundle. There was like 40 bundles, and then signed our bills and gave it to us. And I sent in my empty call, and I was getting ready to drive off to head to this pilot. And I got a message stating, and I posted a picture of it on Facebook. It said, we are looking for a load. There is one truck in Georgia. We are one load short, and you are number one on the board. And then I got an immediate message after that telling me to find a safe haven, and they would give me something in the morning to try to get me a home load, because they had been trying all day and they had not been successful at getting us anything. The only thing we could have gotten, if anything, would maybe gone over to GP here in Savannah, down this road in Savannah. But by the time we got there, we would have only been able to load it. Then we would have to stop and sleep there, because we would have been out of our 14 by the time we got it loaded and everything. So that's all right. So we drove down here about 12 miles, I think, and I had forgot. I've been to this pilot once before, but it's been many years, and I forgot the neighborhood it's in. It's on the corner of I-95 and Georgia 21. It's not exactly the best neighborhood. It's not nasty anymore, not as bad as it was, say, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. But the lot is still bad, and half of it is taken up by reserved parking, and the other half is chaos. We got here at I want to say it was about 5:30 Central Time, and maybe 5:45, and of course that's 6 something here. No, it was 5:45, because I remember rush hour was almost over. Rush hour ends at roughly 6 o'clock around here, but the lot was already completely full except for the paid parking, and there were maybe half a dozen of those were taken out of I think they have 24 paid spots here. So I just backed up in front of one of the paid spots, had Corwin move the marker that blocks the lane back in is one side paid for it. And then got us a couple of showers, and we ended up having to wait. I think I waited 50 minutes for mine. While I was waiting, I got something to eat at the Mickey D's. Oh. But it was the only thing around. I didn't feel like doing anything in the truck. And I'm not sure how he waited before he got his shower, but I waited about 50 minutes. And then took a nice, long, really, really hot one. Once I got back here, we finally caught up on some paperwork that has been neglecting. Been doing his daily debriefs every day, but I neglected last week to do the weekend debrief. So we did that this evening because I remembered a little bit earlier because I was talking on the phone with another trainer and he asked me about doing them, and I I forgot to do the weekly. So I got over here and we did the weekly, and he caught up his driving log, and we talked a bit about things he needs to improve on. He's doing really well in a lot of areas so far. His trip planning is spot on. He just needs to remember what he planned. And then his securement is good. His tarping is really, really good. He knows what he's doing. At least he follows directions when it comes to tarping. Tarping is a skill that's acquired. You'll know that from my videos. It took me about 3 months to be able to really get a handle on doing it. And I still have my problems now, especially when the tarps don't do what I want them to do. They do what they want to do. And his driving skills are generally very, very good. He just needs to pay attention to a few things a little bit more. His actual driving ability is good. It's just paying attention to the surroundings and assimilating all the information that truck drivers have to assimilate. We don't just drive down the road and look at stuff. We have to pay attention to what everybody's doing around us. Other trucks, cars, all the road signs, because there's so many signs that are specifically for trucks. No left lane, or use only this lane, or weight limits and bridge signs, and of course there's all the exits and speed signs and changes. There's just tons of information, and most people who drive cars, that's all they drive. They don't pay attention to anything but the speed limit, so they can know how fast over the speed limit they can go. I mean, that's my opinion anyway. I mean, I'm not like that, but a lot of people are. They see 55, it's 75, whatever the speed limit plus 20, that's how fast they're going to go. Or exits, truck drivers just can't haul down the left lane and see their exit coming up 25 feet ahead, so they swing across all 6 lanes and exit. So you have to know in advance where the exit is, what mile marker you're at, what's coming up. You're looking for a truck stop, you're looking for a specific street name or highway number, that kind of stuff. And he needs to be able to, he's got part of it, but he needs to learn how to assimilate all that information. It's just a lot of information that you have to put together. So other than that, he's doing pretty good. So that's it. Like I said, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna hit Facebook again and then go to bed, try to get some extra sleep. We got to get up in the morning around 7 Central Time because the ALMs start giving out loads at 8, and hopefully they'll have something. There's a few possibilities around here. There's Georgia Pacific sheetrock, and I've picked up there before. We do quite a few loads out of there going to Texas, Pflugerville, Austin, Houston, Dallas, a few other places, and a few places in between. At this point, I'm not counting on getting a home load. They're going to try and get me one, but I'm not counting on it. I'm expecting to spend this next weekend out. And if I do, I'm going to probably try and find a truck stop that has a CLC and put him in it so I can have some privacy in the truck. So I can play my PlayStation. So we'll find out tomorrow, and I will let y'all know as soon as we know. So until then, keep the shiny side up. 73s. Good night.